Hi guys, welcome to our channel. If you're new here, I am Akinyi.
I'm Benjamin.
And just did my hair. I lost my hair. It's postpartum, and because I lost my hair the other day.
But you didn't do too bad though, babe.
Oh my god, babe, my hair is all over here. You know guys, I did a hair video. And in that hair video, I was like, take your prenatals. I was 3 months in. I didn't know. Just give it one more week. Just one more week. I washed my hair again because I was doing a keratin treatment. And my hair just was falling off. That was crazy. Benjamin doesn't know how it feels like. It's like you going bald. It's like me saying, oh babe, you have a bald spot. How does that feel like?
Maybe I just shave it all off.
So you want me to shave my hair all
No,
off?
I'm not saying that, babe. I'm just... But did you expect this for after birth?
Like my hair falling
Yeah.
off? I mean, I was trying everything. I know everybody has said that is a possibility your hair falls off. And it does fall off for every woman. Excuse me. I just didn't think it falls off that much. Benjamin saw how much it fell. It was a chunk of hair in my hairbrush.
Yeah.
That was really sad. I can't describe. Ooh, I'm almost crying.
So...
Okay, no crying.
What did you expect?
What
for
did
after,
I expect for after?
Like as newborn life,
Honestly,
after birth?
I was expecting roses and
lots of hair?
yeah, it's just... Because when you're pregnant, I was pregnant, my hair was very lustrous, very full. And then I didn't know that I was going to lose my hair. Some of my hair. So in case we sound also low, it's because she's doing her little nap of the day. And her naps have gotten very short lately, so...
So, if you haven't gotten kind of the hint here, we're discussing our expectations of... being a newborn parent and
versus the realities of
that. But I think you're also going to see some Benjamin versus Akinyis here.
Yeah, because this video is for like the new parents. I remember when I was pregnant, because that was my very first time, and I was researching like everything. I would go to like the moms who have a little bit of experience just to hear their perspective, just to know like, is this what I'm going to be expecting? So this video is probably for someone who's like doing a little bit of research of, I'm pregnant now, so what is there? What could I be expecting in the future?
So as far as sleeping, what did you expect as far as sleeping as a newborn mom?
I thought babies sleep all the time. Considering I came from a place where I had a little niece, it was a home where everybody was taking over. Like, if somebody didn't have the baby, somebody else had the baby. So I never had the baby cry at all. So I thought I would just be sleeping nice, soundly, No. Did you think you were going to sleep?
Well, I actually had the expectation of being up more.
Because you had Grayson.
So I was expecting that I would be up more. But
yeah, I thought I would be sleeping more because they were like, the first few months of the baby, they sleep a lot, so it's gonna be fine. Those are the videos I would watch on TikTok. Like, it's gonna be fine because they sleep a lot the first few months. My baby, this one, when we were at the hospital, the nurses were like, you know what, feed the baby every 2 hours. So when we got home, every 2 hours, it didn't matter whether the baby was asleep or not, I would have, because they were telling you just wake the baby up after 2 hours. And
that's also some of your extremism. Like,
yes,
you're like, okay, every 2 hours.
I listen to instructions. If you tell me the instruction is every 2 hours, I'll do it every 2 hours. So every 2 hours, I would wake her up, and they were like, and then, because the baby is constantly asleep. So and then they would tell you, like, open the clothes a little bit so that they can stay up. You open so that the cold hits their body so that they can wake up to feed. So the baby got used to waking up every 2 hours. And so even when we were sleeping, guess what? In 2 hours, I was up. Or he was up. Somebody was up. Okay.
I didn't expect her mom brain to be this bad.
It is bad, I'm not gonna lie. you kind of have a forgetful mind, and I don't honestly know how to explain that. It's that you are forgetful, but you're also not forgetful. Like the tiny things you forget, the big things you completely cannot forget.
Did you have any idea of like mom brain, like what that is and what that would be?
I did hear people say mom brain a lot. I was like, there's no way I'm going to explain, because I asked Benjamin, I am the person who has like,
she holds on to everything, like
memories,
detail, like you said it standing right there.
Yes, because that's what it means to be. I don't know, maybe that's why I went into the creative side of life. Like even my major was a creative major, you know,
How's that creative?
Well, information technology, you have to create a website from scratch.
You were standing right there when you said this.
Because your mind picks up the little details. My mind picks up those little, even down to what he was wearing, or down to what he said, or down to Benjamin can't win arguments because, well, he can or can't. I don't know. He's gonna say.
She just said he can't.
Because I remember details, like small, tiny details, and those tiny details sometimes are what important to me. I don't know why, but anyway, now with mom brain, that has kind of changed. But I do remember the major things, like things about her health, going to the hospital, all of those things. Although with the hospital, Benjamin is always in charge of all of that. I don't do anything in terms of that. But yeah, mom brain is a thing.
I'm the appointment setter of the house.
Yeah, because I'll forget. Mom brain.
So
yeah.
What were your expectations on the house being neat and tidy as a newborn mom?
You know, actually, Benjamin is just pointing out everything that drove me crazy.
Well, answer the question.
I thought I would be I would still have that, I would be in control of everything. Whether it's taking a shower, brushing my teeth, making sure the house is clean, and making sure the kitchen is clean. Like everything to me would still be the same regardless of having the baby, because everybody's like, the baby is going to be sleeping a lot. So I felt like when the baby's asleep, the house is cleaning.
I had the expectation that the house would not stay as neat as Akinyi's expectations were. I thought that we would take a slide back.
Yeah. That was, especially now, it got even worse when I was sick, because now I was sick, the house is a mess, I have to take care of the baby, and then now we're being admitted to the hospital. My house is even much more of a mess. It was crazy, and the whole time it's like Benjamin knows this,
and people wanted to come over.
Yeah, and people wanted to come over, and so anybody who came to our house was like, "Oh my goodness!"
They didn't say that.
They didn't say that, but in my head, I was just, because that's what goes in my head. Especially when you grow up in a place where Benjamin knows how it's like at home. Like when you have guests, the house has to look.
Well, and Akinyi likes the house to be
super neat.
Super neat, unless it's that hideaway drawer or closet.
Yes.
In which everything gets piled into.
But that really drove me crazy. And then one day Benjamin was like, you know what, this weekend we're just going to do the house. So we cleaned up the house, and I felt so good. The house has been clean. So the only thing that I need to just work on is the laundries every time I do the laundry. But other than that, house is good. But I was not expecting that much of a mess. Yeah. So, I mean, if you have family and I think for us the difference is we really don't have like a close-knit family that was able to come in and out. Becky is mostly busy.
We have our church family.
Yeah, we have our church family, but they are busy, and it's not, I don't know how to explain this, but when you have is it your nuclear family? Your nuclear family is able to come and able to help, and I didn't have that with any of my sisters. I think
one of your sisters, or maybe even both, would have been here 24/7.
Yeah, but I also, thank God, I had friends who were coming in, helping me clean. You know,
our church family was here for us to support us and come over to the house and help. And, so that that brings me to my next expectation. I knew, so expectation versus reality, did you think that people would be there to support us?
I knew 100% the church family would be there to support us, like 100%, because they were there from the very beginning. We told them we are pregnant. Like, everybody was so happy for us, and they couldn't wait for the baby. And and now that the baby is here, so this could be beside the point. So there is people who really don't appreciate like somebody kissing their baby on the forehead or on their hand or something. But for me, with the church family, when I saw people doing that, I was like, oh my goodness, my baby is so loved. I don't know why I'm getting so emotional. My baby is so loved. You know, like they were anticipating for the baby. And so when I saw like someone like Tony say, I'm just gonna give her a little kiss on the forehead, I was so happy. Like, oh my goodness, she has so many grandpas, she has so many uncles and aunties, and everybody just took her in like this is our baby. That was really, really heartwarming for me. So yeah, but for a stranger, don't come kissing my baby.
So
it's not for strangers.
Our expectation was reality. We expected that we would have help.
We did.
On
and
one
support.
Day, what was it? Day 2 that we were home from the hospital.
Yeah.
Pastor Julie came over and helped us out a whole lot. She just took the baby for like the whole day here at the house. And
so backstory for that is because that second night was so hard because she was cluster feeding, and my nipples were in so much pain. Benjamin was trying everything to help me, but when you're in pain and also someone is trying to help you, I was like taking everything. I was taking everything not the best way. And so Benjamin decided, you know what, let me call
and my message was, hey, I need you to come over and talk to Akinyi because I think she needs to hear from a woman. And when she showed up and I went and I got Akinyi, I was like, oh, come here, come talk. And she was like, I'm just going to take the baby for you guys, and you guys go sleep.
And imagine that. We slept so good. I was able to take a shower, and that was a very emotional day for me, but it was also one of the happiest days because we knew we have somebody we can call and they would just drop everything and come. So yeah, we've had a lot of support, so that's a good reality that we are experiencing even up to now. So yeah.
Nursery. What was your expectation of baby's nursery?
I knew that the baby is not going to sleep there immediately. Like, I knew her clothes are going to be in there. I'm going to feed her in there. I'm going to change her in there. I'm going to do everything in there. But immediately,
you don't.
I do though.
You don't. You do everything in our bedroom, as well as to keep the bassinet in there.
I have a caddy in our bedroom, so I have a diaper caddy which I use. So sometimes in the middle of the night, I'm not gonna get up to go to the nursery and ruin my sleep or ruin her sleep. So it's the bed, putting everything that needs to be put, and then I put them away. So because of that, Benjamin actually got me a diaper pail for the bedroom. So we have 2 diaper pails, one for her bedroom.
I got tired of diapers just being on the bottom
of the caddy. So yeah, so I have 2 diaper pails. So that's cool.
My expectation was baby would be in the nursery. Baby would be sleeping in the nursery. Baby would be living in the nursery. Rocking in the nursery.
I'm a Velcro mom, and I didn't think I would be that Velcro, but I am.
And I think I actually told you that in a previous video, when you were pregnant.
When I was pregnant, I didn't think I would be very I want the baby to be here with me 24/7. Like, that's the fridge. It usually does that. It's adding the ice cubes. That's the ice cube section where it adds water for the ice cubes.
But it's turned off.
Anyway, it still needs to operate as a fridge. Anyway.
What would you say?
Wait, when I'm editing this video, I'll be like, oh, that's what I was saying. I could have said more. Could have said less.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But I don't remember right now, so.
All right, so bringing us back to
our
subject here. What was your expectation of feeding?
The baby?
As far as newborn.
So from the very beginning, I had decided the baby is going to be breastfed. I wanted the baby to be exclusively breastfed. And I thought it was going to be easy peasy potato banana. But no. It was really hard being breastfeeding for the first time. It's very painful, I'm not gonna lie. Like, your nipples are on fire. That's why you should invest in a very good nipple cream. Lancino or Aunt Mama is a good one. It was very painful, so I was like, you know what, because of the pain, let's pump. So I was pumping so that Benjamin can also feed the baby. And pumping also takes a lot from you. It's like you have to wake up every few hours, or you have to pump after a certain time, and it's time consuming, but it also helps with feeding your baby. So this is for the mamas, okay? But it's also good because dad gets to bond with the baby, because now baby is used to my dad can also feed me. So it was painful, but the worst part is when I got mastitis. I had thought I had experienced pain, but the mastitis pain has to be one of the worst pains I have had to experience in my life. So if you're breastfeeding or you're pumping, just check on yourself. If you feel like a little tiny bump on your boob, get that checked out or start antibiotics very quickly before it gets into mastitis state, because that was painful. I was hooked on antibiotics. They had me having side effects. I was taking very heavy medicine.
You were in the hospital for a week.
Yeah, it was just really bad. And also, yeah, just so much I could say about that. But now in this moment, I think I'm doing very well with feeding. I think we have a schedule. What would you say?
I think that I expected to do more feeding, but I think with the reality of it, you guys got into a synced way, and
also because you were working all, like, for the most part. Feeding is it's easy but also very complicated, because Benjamin wants to be able to make sure that he feeds the baby and bonds with the baby, but also sometimes for me it's so much easier just to whip out the boob and just give it to her, and she falls asleep and we continue with the day. So I don't know, is there something you want to add?
No, I think that's good.
Yeah, but we're in a good spot with the feeding, so I think I am particularly happy with feeding. So, diapers. Who do you think is changing more diapers?
Well, I mean, do you think what was your expectation?
So when we were doing the gender reveal, one of the questions was, who do you think is going to do more diapers? And I said Benjamin, because I thought, you know what, he's gonna spend more time with her in the night. And so I don't know why my assumption is in the night they pee more and poop more. So my expectation was Benjamin, but the reality is
we both do them.
I think it's me.
Okay.
Because I'll do it throughout the day, and sometimes when we do wake up in the middle of the night, and Benjamin has had one of those long days where I'm like, well, because he's already tired and he has to wake up tomorrow again to go to work, I'm not going to wake him up.
You are very generous to me on that front.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's very also important to know, so the world has made it look like your husband has to absolutely 100% do everything half and half. And I think marriage is, you're both giving 100%. There's no 50 and then there's no 50. It's everybody is giving 100%, and you kind of know your position in what 100% you're giving it at. And so for me, I know we're blessed. I have a husband who's leaving the house to go and get, you know, bacon for us. So the bills need to be paid, and I can't say, you know what, let me be selfish and wake Benjamin up, knowing that in the morning he's going to have to wake up and go and also have another hard day at work. So the days where he has like a easy time, he'll come, he'll take care of the baby, he'll make sure everything is fine. But on days where I know like this week it's going to be a rough week for him, I rarely wake him up. So
yes, she's very generous with me.
Yeah.
I expected there to be more diapers though. Like I feel like she pees and poops a little bit less than what I was expecting.
She does during the day. She'll wake up maybe twice or thrice in a day. I mean in a night. So we'll do, of course, 3 diapers.
Yes.
So it's not as much as during the day where I literally check her diapers all the time. So yeah, I guess I'm the one who's doing all the diaper changes.
Well, not all, babe.
Well, most of the diaper changes.
I get home, I take her, I change the diaper, and so.
I think I had asked.
So I guess even though we had some differences of expectations versus what reality is, and even Akinyi's expectation versus my expectation, I think that the key takeaway is the overwhelming amount of love, the amount of joy and happiness that we have.
It died. It's doing the dead thing.